earllsyard.com. So today I'm going to be taking you through a simple vegan protein shake that I have every morning for breakfast. Okay, the recipe does change slightly from day to day or even from week to week if I want to add a few different pieces of ingredients in, depending on sort of how I'm feeling at the time. But there are a few general specific ingredients that I like to try and incorporate every morning if I can. So first I just want to talk a little bit about the choices of why I've chosen these particular ingredients and just go through them one by one and explaining the main reason or main benefit of that ingredient. Of course there are many benefits or several benefits to each of the ingredients that I'm using here, but I'm not going to take too much time, just go through and explain the basics of each one, or the main benefit of each ingredient. So the first one that I'm going to include here is organic quinoa flakes here. Okay, so quinoa, if you don't know already, is a really awesome source of plant-based protein, and not only that, but it's actually considered a complete protein. And if you don't know what that means, it's basically made up of all the amino acids in the protein complex that makes up a complete protein, the same protein that is found in all animal products or whey products. Okay, so if we're thinking about other plant-based proteins like pea protein or protein that you might get from organic shelled hemp seeds, for example, which I'm going to talk about next, they don't necessarily have the complete amino acid profile that makes up the complete protein the same as organic quinoa flakes or just quinoa in general, or animal-based proteins or whey proteins. Okay, so why is that important? Okay, so really what we want to try to be doing, whether we're on a meat-based diet or a plant-based diet, we want to be trying to incorporate plant-based proteins wherever we can, and if we can do it from plant sources, then why not? Okay, so that's the first one. Okay, second one I've got here is, as I mentioned already, I've got organic shelled hemp seeds. Okay, so really good ingredient, and the primary reason that I use these ones is basically for another really great source of plant-based protein and fat. Okay, then what I've got is I've got my Vega protein here, 30 grams of protein that I throw in every morning as well, and 7 grams of BCAAs that come in as well. So I'll leave a link in the description down below for all these as well, just as a reminder. I've got some organic brown flaxeeds, which usually, sometimes I do mix them up in the blender, but occasionally if I want to make it look a bit fancier, if I want a little bit of extra crunch in the smoothie, I'll just sprinkle them on top at the end, which I'll show you today. Okay. What else we got here? So now I've got organic raw cacao powder, and I've also got organic raw fair trade nibs. Okay, so both made up of cacao. You're probably wondering why I've got two different types. Well, basically, the cacao nibs allow for a bit more crunch. They're quite bitter in flavour, and I'm not actually particularly a fan of that bitterness, but they do provide a really good source of essential fats as well, on top of the flax seeds and the other things. Whereas the cacao powder is really good for circulation, as well as actually providing a little bit of sort of that chocolatey flavour, if that's what you're into as well. Okay, but try not to put too much in, otherwise the flavour can be quite easily overpowering. All right. I also just like to add in a little bit of spinach, just a small handful as well, just for some iron. Got peanut butter. Again, essential fats from my protein, best peanut butter. They do crunchy and a smooth variation. Again, I'll leave the link in the description down below. I normally get a 1 kilo packet at a time, or use a 1 kilo packet at a time, but I normally will buy it in packs of 2 for better value. Okay. Couple of bananas I throw in. I would say if you're just starting out with the shake, just start with 1 banana, okay? And if you're trying to bulk up and put on a little bit of size on a plant-based diet, I would say add in that extra banana. If you're sort of looking more to tone and firm or lose a little bit of body fat, I'd go from sort of half a banana to a whole banana, okay? Organic dates, amazing source of natural sugars, natural carbohydrates, okay, that can be eaten just on their own, or you can throw them into the shake. One thing I will say is, which I haven't done here in the video, is in order for them to be able to be blended a little bit more effectively, what I would say is put the amount that you want to have. So I'd say normally anywhere from sort of 3 to 5 is going to be good, but to allow them to blend up a bit easier in the shake, you want to place them in water overnight, distilled water overnight, and put them in the fridge, and that basically will soften them up, and they're going to blend a lot easier. They'll still blend up okay, but you'll have a few chunks in your mouth when you're sort of eating those, okay? So that's that. And last but not least, now again, I've got frozen blueberries here. I'm not a huge fan of the frozen blueberries from Lidl, but they just add a little bit of, they cool the smoothie down a little bit, because often if we're blending all of these bits and pieces, sometimes the smoothie can get a little bit warm, and this is basically just to add a little bit of an icy texture, which I know a lot of people prefer. What I do really recommend is what a really great flavour is if you go to Lidl or any supermarket and try and find some frozen cherries, okay? Frozen cherries are really, really good because as opposed to like frozen raspberries or blackberries, they don't leave those like little bits and those little seeds that can sometimes get caught in your teeth, which can be quite annoying to get out, especially if you're having them in the morning. You need to go to work, or you're going to be doing a lot of smiling or talking that day to clients, customers, etc. So, I mean, a combination of blueberries and cherries are great. I mean, blueberries are awesome for many reasons. Really, really great antioxidant, and they allow your body to release toxins a lot more effectively, okay? So I know that might seem like a lot, and it is, in fairness, and it does take me a while to go through, but we can get all that into a shake in the morning, and you can make that habit. Think of it as your own elixir. Now, yours doesn't necessarily have to be exactly the same. Obviously, you can chop and change a few things, but that is generally the basis of what I've built over the course of the last couple of years. Gotten rid of some things, brought some new things in. But I do feel like this sort of allows me to get off to the best start I possibly can, along with the vitamins and mineral supplements that I take, which I'll cover in a separate video. Okay. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to show you how I pop them all in the smoothie. Okay. So just got the blender here. I'm going to start off with some organic pitted dates. Okay. I'll open those up. Again, like I said, just showing you how it is. This is no different to how I do it any other morning. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, soaking them overnight is going to make them blend a little bit easier. Okay. Make sure they're airtight when you wrap them back up. Okay. Put that to the side. Okay, now with the banana. Feeling daring today, so I'm going to do a couple bananas. I just break them off into smaller bits, guys, and I just throw them in sort of one after the other. These bananas are slightly smaller, so I'm going to chuck a couple in. And again, guys, I just want to confirm, that obviously, this isn't the only way to sort of to do this. This is just the way that I've found, which has helped my clients lose a lot of weight, tone firm, increase muscle, and most importantly, just overall health and increase energy levels throughout the day, not feeling so fatigued, that sort of thing. Okay. And it's plant-based, which is what we promote here, which is awesome. So again, just a pinch of spinach. If you really like spinach, you can put a little bit more in. To the side there. Okay, got my Vega protein here. 1 complete scoop, I'll put that straight in. Okay. Make sure, guys, as well, when you buy these bags, right, if you want to look closely here, it might seem obvious, but a lot of people don't actually do this, and it basically means that if you don't do this, your supplements are going to expire a lot quicker because there's a lot more oxygen in the bag. So when you are closing the bag, compress it from the top of the pile and really try and just push down and make sure that all the oxygen, all the air is out of that bag, okay, before sealing it from the top, okay? This basically means your shelf life is going to be a lot greater, okay? Pop that there. What we got next? Okay, so the cacao nibs next. The essential fats. And when I pour it out, I know it seems like obvious stuff, but I just make like a little funnel there like that, okay? If you're too lazy to put it in some jars like I am, and I just funnel out like that. So then that again would be probably a couple of tablespoons there. Again, push the packet down. Basic stuff, but you'd be surprised at how many people can't get this. Now with the organic cacao powder, this can be pretty messy if you're not careful, okay? So just opening it up slowly, okay? And I always just keep a little teaspoon inside, right? And I'm just gonna go for, feeling like a bit more of a chocolatey taste today, so I'll just go for 1, 2 teaspoons in total, okay? Let that go in there, chuck that in. And again, just be careful, because if you slam this shut really quick, the cacao powder is just going to blow up in your face like a massive mess. So just ease that in slowly. Okay. Trust me, I've done this so many times and it's quite irritating. Okay, what we got next? We'll add in the organic quinoa flakes. Put it here. Again, I'm just going to funnel that in. Probably about a tablespoon of that, guys. A tablespoon of the organic quinoa flakes. Close that off as well. Now also guys, what I want to say is that all blenders are going to do the job, but if you want to get the best blender, I do recommend a NutriBullet, okay? Just purely because they are efficient, easy to clean, easy to transport. They come with great carriers and they're very powerful as well. I'm currently using the Breville, which also does the trick, but it's just a little bit weak and the canister doesn't quite hold as much as I'd like, okay? So I'll leave a link in the description down below as well of the NutriBullet that I prefer to use, okay? For the purpose of the video, this is going to do us just fine, obviously. Okay, so what we've got next, brand new packet of organic shelled hemp seeds, okay? Awesome, so again, just tear that open, pop that over to the side there, discard that. And again, the organic shelled hemp seeds, guys, I reckon about a tablespoon, 1 to 2 tablespoons is going to be good. Okay, give that a bit of assistance getting in there. Okay, nice one. Okay guys, so it starts, as you can see, there's not a lot of room in there, and you don't, with any blender, you don't want to overfill it, otherwise it's going to damage the blender, okay? I've learned from experience, so try not to make the same mistake. It starts to get a bit full, maybe step down a couple times, okay? Peanut butter goes in last, I'll tell you why. Flaxeeds there. Okay, just going to add in some blueberries now. With the blueberries, guys, I'd say about a handful roughly, whether it's blueberries or cherries or frozen berries of your choice, alright? Put that straight back in the freezer. Okay, grab my filtered water while I'm at it. Guys, you should be using filtered water as well, okay? So, lots of reasons is there's a lot of sort of alkaline metals and toxins and just horrible things that are basically in the Thames or any water source that you're taking straight from the tap, okay? So I cannot stress enough how important it is to just try and drink only filtered water, okay? I'll leave a link in the description down below of the filter that I use upstairs, Karina and I didn't always used to drink filtered water, but honestly, in the last 6 months since I've changed, I've noticed my skin's cleared up a lot, I've had more energy levels, I've stayed hydrated for longer, and just, if ever for any reason even this, I think it's even like the smell of tap water or even the slight taste, if I'm like brushing my teeth or something, I can really taste that, really sensitive to it. So yeah, cannot stress this enough, use filtered water, okay? I'll leave a link in the description below, okay? So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna fill this up, okay? So we're looking to fill this up to just over halfway now, when all the ingredients are filled up. So I reckon at least 1.5 cups, we're talking exact measurements, okay? So I'll just fill that baby up. All right, and then what I'm gonna do from there, I'm gonna pop the lid on, okay? And because there's a lot of powders in there, and most annoying things, I'm sure a lot of you people have discovered before, is if you're blending up a protein shake, sometimes the protein gets stuck to the sides after you blend it, and you gotta like open it up and try and sort of scoop it around to make a blend. All I do to prevent that is I give it a good shake. I can make it a cocktail beforehand, about 10 seconds or so, okay? And that's all blended up, ready to go, okay? Then from there, I'm gonna give that a quick blend for about 10 seconds. I'm gonna come back and add the peanut butter after. So I'm gonna give it a blend now, guys. So it's about 10 seconds there. As you could probably hear from the noise, that loud noise was the dates getting grounded up, okay? So to be honest, probably to conserve the life of your blender, either grab a NutriBullet. Well, if you have a NutriBullet, they're powerful enough. They're gonna cope with those heavier ingredients, but do soak the oats over. If you want to be 100% safe, soak those dates overnight, okay? So I'm gonna take that lid off now, and then I'm gonna add peanut butter at last, just to give a bit of extra crunchiness towards the end. Usually like to put in a couple of teaspoons. I just prefer crunchy, smooth is also fine. Put that on there. Then I'm just going to give it another go on the blender for 5 seconds, and then we'll do the pour. Give it another shake. Make sure you got a fancy Instagram mug, okay? Can't drink in anything else unless it's looking like this. No, I'm joking. Just for the record, I would never normally drink it out of this. This is just purely for show, okay? Just so it looks good. Normally I just drink it straight out of here. But hey, at least I'm being honest. Take that off. Okay. Obviously, if you're sharing, you want to pour it into a glass. So, I'm just going to pour that up to the top. Oh, look at that, nice fit there. Oh, jeez, I think we might almost have a perfect fit. That is beautiful. Okay. So, got that there, guys, and then just for a finishing touch, like I said, with these flax seeds, sprinkle a few on top, and you're done. Drink that down, guys. That is honestly, it's the best way to break fast in the morning. Start your day this way. Easily digestible, especially if you're a morning person who wants to do some training in the morning, which I know a lot of you are. Right, it's easily digestible. There's packed full of great, amazing nutrients in there, guys. Honestly, since I've been doing this every morning religiously for the last few years, it's made a massive difference to my training, energy levels throughout the day, my sleep. Just my overall vitality has improved a lot. So I cannot stress how important it is to attempt to start the day off like this. Whether you're fasting, whatever fad diet you're on or whatever, there's always a place for an elixir or your own creation of a smoothie like this in the morning, okay? That's it there. Cheers. Perfect. Awesome. Now again, guys, look, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, share the video, please subscribe to the channel so I can keep, or I feel encouraged to keep putting free content out there for you guys to use. I feel like I do have a lot of handy information for you guys, and I just want to keep pumping out there stuff that I do practice. You know, I'm not just putting out information that, you know, is just made up or something that I've just researched on the day. This is stuff that, you know, I've been doing day in, day out for a long time, and had proven results with myself and with clients online and in person as well, guys. So really would appreciate it if you can leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share the video with all your friends, okay? And any comments or questions, leave them in the section below, in the comment section below, and I'll answer them as best as I can. And also, with regards to all of the supplements, I'll leave links to each of the supplements through Amazon just in the description below. If you've got any questions based on that, let me know. Give me a call or a message, that's fine. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks.